Seeking English S.A.T. Workbook, page 411, problem 3, no calculator. You will definitely need to see these graphs here. Sorry about that. If you don't have the book, this is probably not going to help you at all for the rest of you. We have, James recently opened a savings account. At the end of each month, he deposits 10% of the original deposit amount. Not of the modified deposit amount. Okay, 10% of the original deposit amount until the savings account has reached 40% more than it had at the beginning. Which of the following graphs could correctly represent the amount in the account over a 7-month period? Okay, these graphs, I'm gonna start at the bottom because that's that's where the most obvious wrong answer is. The graph at the bottom shows the amounts in the account declining. There are other things to describe, but that's the easiest way to eliminate that. He's depositing, he's not withdrawing, and so for the amount to decline doesn't make any sense. The graph shows the opposite of what should be happening, regardless of how it shows that. As answer D. Answer D is wrong. Answer C shows a curved line leading up to a flat line. So the curve is not is not an arithmetic function. It does something else. If it were an arithmetic function, it would be a straight line. Okay. It's not a steady amount added each time. It's the amount that's implied to be added, however often, seems to change according to that curve. That hints at another problem, but that's the main reason. Letter C is wrong because the shape of the curve is wrong. It shouldn't be a curve at all. It should be either a straight line or something more closely related to a straight line, and I'll explain what that means in a moment. Letter B shows the straight line. Good. So is that the correct answer? No. That only corrects one thing that's wrong with letter C. Letter B is similar to letter C, but it shows a simple arithmetic function instead of this weird curve, because what he's adding is the same amount each time. 10% of the original amount would be the same amount added each time. It would not increase because the 10% does not pertain to the increased amount. It pertains to the original amount, which remains fixed. I guess 50? It shows $50. Okay. The specific amount doesn't matter. That's not what this problem is about. It's about the shape of the line and how the line is depicted, which is the difference between B and A. And letter B is pretty good. It's a pretty good answer. If we did not have letter A, letter B would probably be the correct answer. Letter A is a little bit different because it has these breaks. It's in steps. Instead of having a line, you have a series of abrupt shifts of value, which represent a deposit. A deposit is a functionally instantaneous event. So letter B shows a continuous function, and letter A shows a discrete function, meaning that the amount is at one point and then moves directly to a different point without anything mediating that. So in 1 second he has a certain amount of money in the account, and in the next second he has 10% more of the original amount deposited. There is no space. There's a space. There's no data in between there. There's no point at which he has some amount moderating or mediating those two amounts. So that the step graph is the correct depiction of what happens, or it's the best depiction out of these four. Okay, so if this is not clear to you, if you have the book and you can see it, and this is not clear to you, please tell me, and I will go over it again. Okay, thanks.